Hello, everyone, and okay. Hello, I'm sorry, and welcome to a new playthrough. This is Pokemon Radical Red. This is not Pokemon Fire Red, or Radical Red. And if you're wondering what Pokemon Radical Red is, this is not an official Pokemon game. It's a Pokemon ROM hack of Fire Red. And basically, this is arguably the most popular ROM hack out there, made by, as you can see, Supercell and Koala 4. This is basically a challenging Pokemon ROM hack that has it has so much in it. It's so much to explain. But basically, there's Pokemon from Gen 1 all the way to, I think, Gen 8 or Gen 9 now. But basically, this game updates pretty often, and so the last time I played through this game was sometime last year, like I want to say August or September-ish. I played through this game quite a bit, and I always have so much fun with it. It's a lot of fun, and basically, like I said, this game is very challenging. It's known for being pretty difficult, but that's the fun part. We'll name him Gary. The fun part about this game is that it's challenging, but like I said, it's basically the same story as Pokemon Fire Red, but it has Pokemon from Gen 1 through Gen 9. Now, like I said, this is the updated version that I'm playing right now, so the one that I'm currently playing, it has new features that I probably don't even know about, like new Pokemon and stuff like that I don't even know of from Generation 9, because I don't really know the Pokemon from Gen 9. So, it's going to be fun. So, we're actually not going to play without any custom options, because I'm going to go to minimal grinding mode, which means all Pokemon will have perfect IVs. EVs cannot be obtained. Likewise, the same for the bosses. I'm going to turn this on. And let's see. Okay, that's all. That's all I'll turn on. So, basically, the gist of this game, as I mentioned before, is, I'm sorry. Is that it's difficult. It has all the new battle mechanics. It's it's very it has like all the new items, it's very advanced. Basically, we're gonna go with Hoenn because that's my favorite region. That's where my starter Pokemon will be. And this is probably, like I said, the most popular one. And all of the trainers, all of the battles are updated. All of the major battles are difficult. And as for the mode we're playing, the default mode, you cannot use items in battle. The bosses that you face against have EVs and IVs, and they have really good movesets, which makes it very difficult. So we're going to choose our Pokemon starter. Now, whenever we play through Pokemon Emerald, we use Torchic. So I think this time I would like to use... we'll go with Mudkip. I'll think of a name later. You can always rename them later on. But what else is there? There's like, it's hard to explain, but like almost anything you want in a Pokemon ROM hack, this game has. And it makes it easy to do EV training. But I turned off EV training at the beginning, as you saw. We're going to be going through something called minimal grinding mode, and if you didn't read what that said earlier, is basically there's not going to be any EVs, and every Pokemon is going to have maxed out IVs. The reason why I turned this on is because I don't want to have to grind for EVs. Just to make this playthrough go through more smoothly. I won't have to constantly stop to train over and over. But pretty much nearly every Pokemon is available to catch in this game. And there's so many different features, like if you're into competitive Pokemon battling, this game is the ROM hack for you. And honestly, it's made me a lot better at Pokemon because of how difficult it is. But it's not difficult to where it's unbeatable. It's difficult in a way that you learn a lot from it. It's not difficult like, say, Pokemon Emerald Kaizo, because as we know, that game is difficult in a way that makes you mad. It can be a bit unfair and frustrating. You know, it's a Kaizo. And this game, it's hard, but, you know, you're going to learn a lot from it playing through the first time. So, this is not a blind playthrough, as I've mentioned before, but I have not played this updated version yet. As you can... Okay, let's see. So, this is another added feature. Just like from Gen 4, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, your Pokemon, certain Pokemon can walk outside with you. Outside of the Pokeball. Which is a really nice little thing that people love. So if you notice here in the Poke Center, there's the regular Nurse Joy who heals you. And then you have this added nurse right here. And she has these different options. Nature changes. So, nature change is really awesome because obviously you can change your Pokemon to any nature you want. Which is, and finally they added this Bashful, a neutral nature, because that's something I did want. This is very useful, very important for whenever you're playing. I'm gonna give him a neutral one because I feel like that's best. And that's also free. And then you can also do a level cap. Or just learn about what the level cap is at a certain point in the game. That makes it to where, you know, you can't over level. And then you can change the gender of certain Pokemon. Mode info. You can also change that. That's cool. And then mystery gift. Mystery gifts are awesome because if you played Pokemon Tower Defense back in the day, you know how awesome mystery gifts used to be. So we're gonna head in the Pokemart, and this guy's gonna give us the parcel that we're gonna give back to Professor Oak. I apologize in advance. You probably hear me sniffing a lot. My allergies are like really bad right now. They've been bad all day, so if you hear me sneezing or coughing or sniffing a lot, I really apologize. I'm trying to keep it down as much as I can. So, like I said, like, we're at the very beginning, you know, nothing crazy yet. We don't see any crazy Pokemon, but I mean, you see a new sprites, you know, all these new sprites. It shows, you know, it has the new ability in Frisk, which wasn't an ability from Gen 1 through Gen 3. You can run inside of buildings. It's the little things that they added as well as all the big things. This is gonna be such a fun playthrough. So, you probably already know the story of Pokemon Fire Red. So this is mainly, you know, a playthrough for, I guess, if you want to learn about the plot of Gen 1. That'll be for another playthrough maybe, but anyways, there's a few changes to the plot, like there's a few new characters and stuff, but overall it's the same. Unless they've changed it. So we'll go ahead and kill this Pidgey for some experience, and we need to figure out who else we want on the squad. I do not want a Pidgey, even though Mega Pidgeot is pretty cool, but that's not exactly who I'm looking for. That's not who I'm looking for. You can leave me alone. But yeah, in a lot of Pokemon games, it can be quite a hassle trying to level up and grind for EVs and just grinding levels and stuff like that. But in this game, it's not like that. You're gonna be leveled up along the way, and it's really fast too. There's a lot of different ways to level up fast. So automatically, this guy here gives us the dead snap. So if you don't know what the dead snap is, like me, it's gonna be, I think, hold on, what am I doing? Here we go. Okay, so if you're on the option screen and you head to the right, you have the dead snap right here. What this does is shows every Pokemon available on the route that you're in. So right now we can see that there's a Zigzagoon right here, and it shows the way you get it too. So there's Zigzagoon here in the grass, but it's not showing all the other Pokemon that we can find here because we haven't seen them yet. We saw Zigzagoon earlier, so let's try and encounter some more Pokemon here that are going to be helpful as we go into the forest. So here's a Poochyena. Poochyena, another Gen 3 Pokemon that might come in handy. One of my favorite things about this ROM hack too is that there's a lot of Pokemon that got buffs too, with new abilities, better stats, different typings, new moves, whatever it may be. A lot of Pokemon got new buffs, and Mightyena is one of them. And I'll show you later what new ability he got. Okay, I already caught you, so you can leave me alone, but thank you. And there's a whole entire website that shows like the Pokédex, Ponyta. That shows like the Pokédex for this whole entire game. So if you need to look up the database for all the changes and all that, there's a whole website to it, as well as a document that shows all like the Pokemon locations as well as item locations and all those sorts of things. This game is, I'd probably go as far as to say it's probably the most popular Pokemon ROM hack out there, like maybe of all time, who knows. Because I mean, people play this game like crazy, like it's a regular Pokemon game. So anyways, we have a Ponyta, a fire fairy type, which is pretty good. I guess it being a fire type will come in handy here in the forest, but here is an Abra. This is good here, but it probably has teleport, so I'm gonna try and catch it right away. Dang it, it's gonna leave. Dang it. Okay. But since it did that, if we head to the dead snap and we go all the way here to Abra, click it, and I think hit scan. Now it's showing the grass shaking right here. You walk over to it, and that's the Pokemon that's going to show up. That is such a cool feature that it added. I don't know why I'm doing this whenever I could just hit L right here to throw the Pokeball. But yeah, like it makes catching certain Pokemon so much easier, so much faster. He hit me with hidden power there. It actually kind of sucks. I want to save the Orderberry. That's fine, we have a lot more. I know I'm like kind of all over the place explaining things. I'm like going from here to there trying to explain the different parts of this game, but like it is so awesome. Like, whoops, let's see, like this game is just so awesome, man. I love it. Okay, okay, scan him again and try not to run usually, dang it. Okay, so that'll also happen. You might, you know, encounter another Pokemon before getting to that certain spot, and that's fine because we got Mareep, and Mareep is pretty good. And I know Mudkip's getting all the levels now, but don't worry. Soon enough, we're going to get the EXP share. You get it really early in this game. So let's go back and heal real quick. And I'll meet you back up there. Okay. So we're now back. I'll just have to catch Abra later. Now we're going to head to Viridian Forest. The good old infamous Viridian Forest. So let's see what Pokemon we can find here. Immediately, we see, who is that? He looks familiar. Well, this is Brendan from Gen 3. So, you hear that Pokemon info music playing. He has a Corphish, and this guy is going to be one of our rivals throughout the game. Now, while I was gone, actually, I didn't do any training, but I did change the natures of all my Pokemon. So just take note of that. Okay, he's gonna send out Trico. We're gonna put in, oh gosh. This is the thing, see, I hate having a hard switch, but oh well. Just take one, please. But yeah, I changed the natures of these guys. I guess he saw me gonna switch. We'll hit him with Stomp. This won't do anything really. And if there's one thing I could say about this game, is the most important stat that you're gonna want in this game is speed. Out of all the stats and Pokemon, for this game, speed is the most important. Because a lot of Pokemon will outspeed you if you don't have the right natures and EV investments. If you're playing with EVs. It's a good thing we took that guy out. So make sure that you invest in speed. And having a speed on your team is going to be very useful. And you'll see a lot of that throughout the playthrough. But I'm calling it now. Vice Grip. They changed the spelling on that. So hit him with Mud Slap. There he goes. Okay, that was a pretty easy battle. So there's the EXP share. The stat scanner. Which is gonna become very, very useful. So he's gonna head out. And now, whoops, let's see. I think he gave us Pokebio as well, didn't he? I don't know. But anyways, I guess I'll show y'all those items. So the stat scanner, we're gonna use it. And look at this. So obviously, no EVs, we turn those off. But all the IVs, EVs, and base stats of your Pokemon, whoops, my bad. They can be found here. And as you can see, you can also see the nature investments I gave them. So I gave Mareep a modest one, plus special attack minus attack. Ponyta, plus speed minus special, which is Jolly. I gave Jolly to Poochyena as well, and then Mudkip, as you remember, has Bashful, which is neutral. So, let's take on this Bug Catcher guy, whoever he is. Bug Catcher Rick. Oh man, if I sound like really stopped up right now, it's because I am. My nose is killing me. But anyways, now that we have the EXP share, all of our Pokemon should get EXP from this, because the way the EXP share works is like in the later gens. We'll replace it with Water Gun, or you know what I mean. So now the rest of my team gets to level up and gain moves, which I think I've talked about this before, but actually is a unpopular opinion. I actually like the way that EXP share works in later generations more than first few generations, because that way, you know, majority of your team can stay around the same level without you having to constantly go back and forth between like two Pokemon when trading. So anyways, we haven't found any no super interesting Pokemon yet here in the forest, but we may as well train a little bit. And I know I didn't go over as much information about this game as I want to, but there's so much. Like, I'll just kind of show you along the way because there's a lot to go over with this game. And plus, it's hard to talk with my nose the way it is right now. You may be looking and you're like, this game doesn't look that hard. It's not hard yet. It's at the very beginning. But the first major fight we're gonna have, it's gonna be real tough. But I will probably end this first episode after we get out of this forest. Be kind of the introduction for the playthrough. Switch out, actually not yet. They don't really have any strong moves like this, so. Misty terrain. That's not going to do anything now, but later on, it will. A freaking Audino. Okay, so Audinos in this game, they give out a bunch of EXP. These guys are really good for boosting experience and gaining levels on this game. They're like Blissey's on steroids, pretty much. So, shout out to Audino. But I'm gonna need you to wake up, please. Okay, that's pretty helpful. Oh my goodness. Please wake up. There we go. There we go. Nice. Now that's surprising. I never. Wow. I don't know when's the last time I hit through 3 confusions. But I think the last time I did, dinosaurs were roaming the earth. So that's pretty crazy. So we get body slam now. That's really good. We get up to level 13. Look at that. Look at that. Our team is going to be strong and ready in no time. And, you know, I'm not building my team like super competitively yet. Infinite repel. That's awesome. I'm not making it like, you know, super competitive yet because there's no need to go crazy with it now, but not until we get to the more major battles coming soon. Then I'll try and adjust our teammates and find the right kind of Pokemon to battle. So, for now we're just kind of chilling and playing through, having fun. Oh, I forgot he's just bug type. He's not electric yet. Crap. That's right. Okay. Fair enough. Body slam should do a lot. Nice. Cunt spore. That's actually good. Yeah. That's gonna come in handy. Trust me. Alright. And we are out. Just like in every Pokemon game, make sure you talk to NPCs as much as you can. There's a lot of different items you can find. Now, if you're looking at this right here, and you're like, is that a Mega Stone? That is a Mega Stone. There's Mega Evolutions in this game. Let's go inside this cave real quick. See if we can find anyone special. Yeah. No thanks. Now this right here is a yellow Pokeball. These are TMs. TMs on this game are reusable. So you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to buy as many as you can. Let's see. Okay, we'll get out of here. So anyways, we made it to Viridian City. Pewter City, I'm sorry. Got confused. So let's go ahead and heal our team. a little bit. And that'll do it for this episode. I know it's short, sort of, but I just want to get you introduced to the game real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and save. And here in the city, we're gonna take on Brock for our first gym battle and our first badge. But before we take him on, there's still something else we're gonna have to do beforehand. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, huge challenge. I'll see you guys next time.